welcome back to Strategy in Small Doses. We are on mistake number 6 in our mini series 8 mistakes costing you income in your business. So today's mistake might seem a little counterintuitive for some of you, but number 6 is having too many offers. And you might be immediately thinking, what? Like, how can you ever have too many offers? The more offers, the more things you can sell, the more money you can make. Here's why. You don't need a million offers. You do not need a million offers. And the reason for that is, one, it can be super overwhelming not only to you and your team of people, whoever's helping you in your business, but it's extremely overwhelming to your audience. I mean, think about the last time you went to go do something. Like if you're remodeling your house, this is a great example. And you walk into and you need to go pick out flooring for your kitchen, right? And there's a million samples. And you're just walking around this flooring store and there's samples everywhere. Like for most people, it's overload. It's extremely overwhelming. It's really hard to narrow it down. It's really hard to pick versus a contractor that may come in with 5 samples or 3 samples and say, which one do you like? Okay. You may say, I don't like any of them, but most of the time you're going to pick one, right? And when you're only looking at 3, it's far less overwhelming. The same holds true in your business. It's so overwhelming to your audience when you have a million different offers. Okay. And it's confusing to your brand because if you're offering a million different things, it's like, which one is the best fit? I mean, I don't really know. Like, where should I start? What should I do? Should I buy this? Should I buy this? Like, your audience doesn't know. And the second people get confused or overwhelmed, they shut down, right? They shut down, they walk away, they say, I need some time to think about it. And 90% of the time, they're still overwhelmed because you haven't narrowed it down for them, right? So having a million offers is extremely overwhelming. The other thing that requires this and why this is costing you income is every single one of them requires you to promote it, to sell it, to fill it, to, drive traffic to. That can get very costly, whether you're running Facebook ads or any kind of advertising. Like if you're running advertising to multiple different offers, it's extremely expensive. So that's costing you money. And some may be doing better than others. So you may just be spending money on something that may or may not be netting a huge return. And you only have so much time, energy, and resources, right? And so every single one, if you have to do it, requires you to sell it. And how do you fill any of them if you're selling all of them, right? So it's like I said, the reality is it just leads to overwhelm. And overwhelm leads to shutdown because when people get overwhelmed, they shut down. That's just the reality of it. So how do you avoid this? Number 1, create an offer suite that is like a 3-tiered offer. 3 is probably the max that you need if you're going to talk about like regular service offerings. Now, if you're a product-based business, this may not hold true, right? Because you might have a bunch of different offers. But again, simplify it. You don't need to be everything to everybody, okay? So usually I call it like a 3-tier offer system. I know other coaches call it different things, but I look at it from low, mid, high. Right? You have like a low ticket offer or an easy entry. It could even be free. It could be your freebie, like your lead gen, your lead magnet, whatever that is. Usually then you have a mid-tier offer and then you have your high ticket, your signature offer, whatever that is. Okay. Usually it could fall in line if you want to think about it a different way is like you have a DIY offer for people that want to just come in and DIY it, done with me type offer, which is usually more of a group style where they're getting some kind of do up yourself, but then they get some access to you. And then there's like the done for you or the one-on-one, the high touch, the high level coaching or whatever your service is. Okay. Done for you. So you want to think about it in that way because one usually leads to the next, but it also fits all the demographic, right? So your right fit client comes to you. They say, I'm more of a DIYer. Great. Here's that product for you. They say, no, I'm looking for that high touch one-on-one. I just want you to do it for me, or I need somebody like one-to-one. You've got that offer, and then there's those other people that kind of thrive in the middle somewhere. So that's why I say that 3-tier offer is really very crucial and it's very, very helpful to have because it gives you one, a very narrowed focus where all three of them usually fall in the line of teaching people the same thing, right? They're all teaching and getting them the same similar result. It's just the execution style that's different, and that meets everybody where they're at, okay? And then once you have that, number two, promote one at a time. Promote one at a time, maybe two. So you may be promoting your one-to-one, but once your one-to-one is filled, then maybe you start promoting your DIY for a more passive income stream. Or maybe you're, once your one-on-one is filled, then you start promoting your group program, or vice versa. Your group program might fill and you might open up a spot to your one-on-one, whatever it is. Okay. But you're promoting one, maybe two simultaneously, but that way it's very cohesive. Your audience knows exactly how they can work with you. They know exactly what you're offering them. It's very easy. It's like those 3 panels of flooring instead of 65, right? Think of it that way. And then when you have those, you can sprinkle in those special offers. So maybe you want to run a challenge. Maybe you want to run a mastermind for 6 or 8 weeks. You can fill in with those. Like, you can run these special offers. You can run these new ideas. I'm not saying never create new offers or new packages, but what I'm saying is create like a cohesive signature, like offer suite that then you can then add in some of these special one-time deals, or maybe there's something you run once a quarter or that style. Okay. I call this my next level packaging. I've got a next level package mastermind. It's called like your next level package passport. That's going to be a special offer. It's actually starting in June. So that's going to be that group mid-tier program because my one-to-one is filled. Okay. So it's special. It's not something I offer all the time, but I'm going to start offering it like every couple months. Okay. So again, but they all still fit in and fill in with one another. And so when you do that, it creates, you can sell them. You sell them, your audience gets to know what your brand stands for. They know exactly who to send you. They know exactly how you can help. They're referring you. You've built an incredible brand authority. They know it keeps you in your zone of genius. Your zone of genius is where you make your most money. You make the most money in your zone of genius. But if you have a million offers and a lot of them are just your comfort zone or your zone of excellence or things that are easy to you, that's not what's making you the most money. Your zone of genius makes you the most money. And so having that 3 core offers that people can do business with you makes it so much easier for people to go, yep, that's exactly what I'm looking for. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Send me the contract. I'm in, right? That's what you're looking for, is that easy yes, like option A, option B. This is it. Like, here's how we can work together. And if it's not a good fit, so be it. If it is, great. Let's get moving forward. That's how easy you want this process to be, because that way too, you can gain this confidence when you get on the phone. It's not like when you're getting on the phone and you're trying to sell somebody something and you're like, well, I've got this that might be a good fit for you. Or then maybe, what about this program? Or I have this or that. I'm not sure. What are you thinking? Do you think you want the one-to-one or maybe a mixture? Or like, people are like, I don't know. Where when you get on and say, I have an 8-week program, I have a 4-month program, and I'm getting ready to launch this mastermind. If you're interested in more of a group style, that may be a better fit for you. And based on my level of, my suggestion would be based on our conversation that I think this next level passport mastermind might be the best thing for you, right? Then it's like, oh, okay, let me think about it. Or yes, great, perfect, send me the contract. Do not make things confusing. You just don't need to, right? Too many offers creates overwhelm. Overwhelm creates shutdown. Shutdown costs you money. That's it. All right, we'll talk soon.